Welcome to today's story. When you hear the name Genghis Khan, what comes to mind? A fierce conqueror? A ruthless warrior? Or perhaps a brilliant strategist? Today, we're diving into the story of one of history's most extraordinary leaders. Genghis Khan wasn't just a man of war, he was a visionary, a master of leadership, and someone who reshaped the world in ways few can imagine. So, let's explore the life of this legendary figure, and see what lessons we can learn from his journey. Genghis Khan was born as Temujin in the 1160s in the Mongolian steppes. His father, a tribal leader, was poisoned when Temujin was just a boy. His family was abandoned by their allies, forced to survive alone in a harsh world. Many would have crumbled under such pressure, but not Temujin. He grew up with a fierce determination to survive and avenge his father's death. This early hardship ignited a fire in him to not only unite the Mongol tribes but to build an empire that would span continents. Despite facing betrayal and hardship, Temujin rose to power, proving that strength doesn't always come from birthright, but from the will to overcome challenges and seize opportunities. Genghis Khan's leadership and strategy. The power of unity. One of Genghis Khan's greatest strengths was his ability to unite the Mongol tribes. This was no easy feat, especially since many tribes were constantly at war with each other. However, Temujin understood that unity was the key to strength. He didn't just use force, he appealed to his followers' loyalty, offering them honor and the promise of a unified Mongol identity. A prime example is his alliance with the Jin dynasty in 1206. Instead of attacking immediately, he sent a message of unity to the Mongol tribes, telling them that only by working together could they defeat their enemies and establish a powerful empire. Genghis Khan's ability to unite rivals and inspire loyalty created one of the most formidable armies in history. Psychological warfare and diplomacy. Genghis Khan was a master of psychological warfare. One of his most powerful campaigns was against the Khwarezmian Empire. After the Khwarezmian governor executed his trade envoy, Genghis didn't rush to battle. Instead, he used terror as a tactic. He destroyed entire cities, leaving no survivors, and sent a clear message: betrayal would be met with total annihilation. This wasn't just about brute force, it was about sending a signal. His enemies were so terrified of what he could do that many surrendered without a fight. The Mongol Army. The Mongol army was unlike any other in history. Genghis Khan revolutionized the way armies fought. Instead of relying on heavy infantry, he created a highly mobile, cavalry-based force. His soldiers could ride over 100 miles a day, making the Mongols virtually impossible to catch. One of the most famous tactics was the feigned retreat. In battles such as the Battle of Khwarezm, the Mongols would pretend to flee, luring their enemies into pursuit. Once the enemy was exhausted and overextended, the Mongols would turn around and crush them. Merit-based promotion. Genghis Khan didn't care about noble birth, he cared about ability. One of his most important innovations was promoting soldiers based on merit. If you proved yourself, you could rise through the ranks, regardless of your social status. A prime example of this is Kublai Khan, Genghis Khan's grandson, who was promoted due to his military successes rather than his royal lineage. This system built an army of loyal, capable warriors who respected their leader because they knew they had earned their place. The legacy of Genghis Khan. Long-term vision. Genghis Khan's vision went far beyond conquering land. He created the Pax Mongolica, a period of peace and stability that allowed trade to flourish across Asia. One of his most lasting achievements was securing the Silk Road, which connected China, Persia, and Europe, making it safer for merchants and travelers. By fostering trade and cultural exchange, Genghis Khan's empire became a hub of innovation, enabling the spread of technologies, ideas, and even the printing press from China to the West. Adaptability and innovation. Genghis Khan wasn't just a conqueror, he was an innovator. He understood the importance of adapting to new technologies and ideas. For example, he adopted Chinese siege tactics and gunpowder weapons, which gave his army an edge over technologically superior foes. He also introduced the Mongol script and established the Yam, a postal system that allowed his empire to communicate across vast distances. Leadership through example. What set Genghis Khan apart from many rulers was his willingness to lead from the front. He fought alongside his soldiers and endured the same hardships. His bravery on the battlefield earned him the respect of his men, who saw him as not just a leader, but as one of their own. During campaigns, Genghis Khan would often ride at the front, leading by example and showing that no challenge was too great for him. This earned him an unparalleled loyalty from his troops. Genghis Khan's story teaches us that greatness isn't just about power, it's about vision, perseverance, and the ability to adapt. He may have conquered much of the world, but his true legacy is in the systems he built, the people he united, and the innovations he left behind. So, what can we learn from his leadership? Whether it's about overcoming adversity, thinking long-term, or leading by example, Genghis Khan's life is full of valuable lessons we can apply to our own journeys. If you found this story inspiring, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful stories from history. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What leadership lessons from Genghis Khan have impacted you? Leave a comment below.